Hi guys, this is Mike. I am making a quick video here. As usual, I'm working without a script, no net here to guide my words, but I had mentioned to you guys earlier that I would make a quick video about the new message boards that we're using, maybe to show you some tricks that you hadn't spotted out here. Most of you may have figured this stuff out by now, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to run you through a few things. So when you come out here to the MythWeavers site, any games that you're a member of will be right here in the top left-hand corner. And if the little icons that represent the games are lit up, it's a quick indicator that there is something there that you haven't read. So obviously I'm all caught up to date here on mine, but if either of these icons, the one of the Chelton Warrior or this symbol that Landis has got on his, were lit up, then I would know I could go straight to those and check those out. You can click on My Games up here and it will give you a consolidated view of all the posts in all the games you're members of. So you've got direct links to get into those individual boards here, but then you've got a summary down here from both games of the most recent posts. So that's kind of handy. One thing you can also do is click on a specific game and start here on the Overview tab, and you'll see not only a description of the game and a link back to the old message boards if you happen to need them before they upgraded to these, because there's still a lot of posts out there you might need. You'll see in chronological order from most recent going down the most recent posts in those boards. And if you notice, there's a little star here right next to whatever thread it's in. If that star is black and not grayed out like this, it means you have not visited that post. You may have read it out here, but this cuts off, you'll see the ... here, this cuts off the post. So if you really want to see this entire post, you'd need to click here. It'll take you to it. Eventually, if my internet kicks in, it will take you to it. And now I've read this post, and when I go back to my overview, which I can do by clicking up here, that if it had been dark will now be grayed out because I've seen that post. If you want to see how, the members, you can click up here, and then Landis has only set up a single forum that he's got all his posts in. If we go back up here to games, my games, and go into Mike's game, you'll see that I've set up a whole bunch of forums. And I've got them in a sort of reordered here. So members are here at the end and archives at the end. I've still got an overview just showed you there at Landis on his site. But then there's individual forums here too. So if you need to make a specific post, say if you're doing a recap for the Legacy of Crows, then you'd want to go into the recap Legacy of Crows forum and post here. Again, always going back to the overview as sort of your anchor is a good way to do this. I've made a post out here, just my general chat in the general forum, and I said you can come out here and play around with posting if you'd like to, so feel free to. I'll show you a couple of tricks that I've already figured out. So for instance, if you go to somebody else's post and highlight it, see if I can do this a little better. Go to somebody else's post and highlight it. It'll pop up this little thing that says quote selection. So if you want to quote something that somebody else posted, just go highlight it, hit this quote selection, and it'll start you a new post with that quote in it. So that's pretty handy. If you want to type something in out of character, so like let's say you're in a role play thread, but you think it's important to say something out of character, then you type whatever you want, highlight it, and hit your out of character button, which is right here. Sorry, I couldn't find it. And it wants a title, so you can tell people why you're making that. And then, sorry, the content is actually supposed to go inside of here. So here's the OOC content. And once I post it, I can go down here and type, my role play stuff. So all this is in character and there's nothing taken away from it. But if somebody needs to click on my OOC comment, well, sorry, I have to submit it first. So your role play is down here. You've made your quote above, but you've inserted a little bit of out of character chat. Click on it and it just pops up at this separate little window out of character. So when you see this double underlined stuff, you want to click on it so you can see what somebody's posted out of character. I've already done that, and Ray's done that as well in a couple of posts, so you don't want to miss it. You can also insert dice. I haven't done this in a while, but you can insert dice rolls into these. Come out here and play with this if you want to. But I think all you have to do is say how many dice you're rolling, and you can put modifiers on it. I could be wrong here. And then do you want to show the results? Do you want to show the details? Just mess around with it and you'll see what the differences of those are. Okay, I did something wrong there. Alphanumeric label : roll string. Oh, I see. So you got to put in your label first. Let's say I'm rolling survival, which I can't apparently spell. Then you put a semicolon, a colon, and then 1d20 plus 6. Does that work? Yes. All right, so submit your reply, and boom, I've got a survival roll out here of 22. I rolled a 16 and it added 6. I got a 22. Again, those little check boxes give you the ability to hide things, and you can hit this little button here if you don't want to see them in the post in case there's 50 of them or something and you want to roll them up. But anyway, feel free to come out here to this general thread on my boards to check those out. I guess maybe the last thing, I can't think of much else to tell you. The last thing I'll tell you is as you go to different forums, we can put little descriptions of how we expect the forum to be used up here. So, watch out for these so you make sure you're in the right place for whatever you're posting. I'll also show you that I've got links to this master reference doc. It's on the general tab, and then it's in the description of a bunch of other tabs. This is something that Ray suggested I create. So if you go out here and click on Mike's master reference, you'll see these are links to all the other stuff that I've posted over the years, so you don't have to go hunting for the post that had the hero point stuff in it or had the stuff about signature items or whatever. There's sort of this master table of contents document here that you can get to sort of sum everything up. Lastly, you guys have probably all figured it out, but up here in the top right, you can find messages if anybody sent you a message. And I think that's about all I needed to show you guys. Hopefully that's helpful to you. Maybe I told you something you didn't know. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.